Greetings, our scientists, and it is time to talk about our assignment number 2, which is the solar system assignment. You are going to be mapping out our solar system and putting shapes of things that you relate to on an everyday basis to the size of planets. Then you're going to map them out on the Google map that we have for our course. And you'll have a specific place that you map yours out. I'm going to show you that in a minute. There is something important to note about this assignment. It's worth 10% of your overall grade, while assignment 1 and number 3 are worth 7.5% of your grade. Why? This one takes a little bit more time, but it's by far the most fun assignment you'll have. I really enjoyed doing this myself the first time because it resonated with me about the size of planets, when I could put them to something I could relate to, a shape, a size, and more importantly, the distance between planets. So once you've done this assignment, it'll be 100% crystal clear to you what the spirit and intent was for you doing it, because you really can't get the gist of space and the size and immensity of space until you do something like this. All right, so one of the first things you'll do is download the assignment guidelines, the PDF. In there is a link to this website right here. I just double clicked on it in the PDF and it took me directly to here. So I'm going to clear the form and show you what it looks like with nothing in it. So let's say I want to make my sun 100 inches. The key is you need to make your sun big enough that you don't end up with a microscopic Pluto, right? Okay. But you need to make it small enough that you don't have to be getting into outer space to take a picture of Texas to be Pluto either. You get my drift? So you're just going to play with it for a minute. So what you're going to do is once you put your number in here, hit the calculate button and see how this does it all for you. You don't have to do any math. So what's important though is that you're going to be including the diameter of the body. You're also going to be including the orbit and the distance. Most important thing is the distance from the sun of each of these planets, because you're wanting to see how big they are and how far away they are from the sun. Then you go in search of finding some kind of a shape that models after that in terms of the size. So I'm going to show you an example of a great team that did this. This was for my field course. You saw one of their entries for the scavenger hunt. And this is what they ended up putting in their Google map. Just to show you, they put it in a document, a Word document, cut and paste, and then turn it into a PDF. So here's their information that you're asking for, or that I'm asking for each of your sites. And it says the sun is XYZ kilometers in diameter or miles in diameter. And they chose something on MCC campus right here to represent the sun. So if you've been to the MCC campus, these are the little water fountains right outside of the science building. Now, I want you to look closely here. They put Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, spaced out Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then Pluto. But this is their sun right here. That's their sun. So they did this. It was really kind of fabulous because they talk about all of the planets and they put a diameter to each of them to show how big they were. And they used stuff that they could relate to, like a marble, a quarter, a ball, a penny. That's what you're trying to do here. And so then they mapped out theirs on the Google map. They had knives and forks, and it shows that how close together the first 4 planets are. Here's the sun and here's your first 4 planets. And then they're going to come in and send the same result to me for the remaining planets, which would be the Jovian. So that's part of the fun, is you discovering what the Jovian planets is all about and why they're so different from the terrestrial planets. At the end of the day, this is kind of what you're going to see. So you've got this map, and it's not the same team that you just saw a minute ago, but I want you to get the gist that I've got 4 different teams, and I've only let you see 3 of them here because it was just needed to show you this. They did an okay job. Yours probably needs to be a little bit more descriptive than what they've got here, but they've got the elements I've asked for: the diameter, the scale diameter, the actual diameter, the distance from the sun, and the source of the image that they used. My hope is that you wouldn't pull an image off the internet, that you just do it yourself with objects from your house. You should not have to leave your home to do this assignment unless you do not have access to a computer at the house that can do Google Maps. So what you're going to notice is these students did all these planets, and one of the big questions in your assignment will be, should Pluto be included or not? Now you have a whole reading assignment over the next 2 days about Pluto. There's one in particular, a fairly extensive one, about what happened to poor little old Pluto. So I'm going to ask you to put Pluto in, okay? Make that decision to go ahead and put it in, but tell me what it is, why it is or is not a planet, and see the size comparison to everything else. That's one of the benefits of including Pluto. So I'm going to go ahead and make that decision for you that we want Pluto. There will not be an extension on this assignment, so you need to allow enough time to do it. And it's fun. It's actually a lot of fun to find things and photograph them and get everything ready. But your Google Map should include a photo of the shape that matches the diameter size of what you came up with for the scale of your planet. In this case, this was a double-decker bus, and they were doing, let's see, which planet were they doing? Uranus. And so I would imagine Neptune was a fairly similar size because they're very similar planets. And then they would have done one of these same kind of photos for every other planet that they had to do. So there are really 8 current planets plus Pluto. And so you need to be doing all 9 of the structures that we consider in our solar system and discuss the strange nature of Pluto. Don't make this harder than it is. This is a fun assignment, and if you got kids, enlist their help to find shapes and stuff and toys, because it can be a lot of fun. Again, the end result should be you should figure out the size of planets, how variable they are, and the distance radically changes from this group down here to these out here. I'll see you at the next one. Bye.